How do you know if your website is actually working for your business right now? I don't mean whether it's available, whether it's up and running. It really should be, or you should have somebody checking that for you, if not. But I mean, how do you really know that it's delivering on what you hoped it would? Now, you might think this is obvious. This is number of calls, number of emails, number of inquiries you get through, or inquiry forms people fill in. But if you're in a specialist service industry, like a consulting practice or a coaching practice, it's not necessarily what people are using your website for, and it's not really where it's adding value to your business. I'll share a conversation I had recently with an existing client who runs a very successful coaching practice, and they reported that they were a bit disappointed. They weren't getting those discovery calls booked through their website. And I said, well, that's a shame. How are things going with the business? They said, oh, great, actually. Our small one-to-one program is full. We're now expanding into a group program, but none of that's come through the website. Now, this had me wondering if that was really the case, because it's an understandable perception. So I went and had a look at the statistics behind the scenes. Love a bit of data, as you know. So I went and had a look at the stats, and I could see that their visitors had massively increased over the last year. And particularly whenever this person posted about networking events that they'd attended or anything that had happened, like a case study, testimonial, things like that, there were spikes in traffic from their social media coming to their website. Now, this tells us something very interesting about consulting and coaching. When people come to your website, it's all that lovely effort that you're making at networking all out there in the real world, really important. But they're coming to your website. Your website is the closer for that sales conversation. This is where people are coming to verify that you are who you say you are. You are the person who's got that experience you were talking about when they met you. You do have those qualifications or that speciality that they're really looking for. They're going there for accreditation, also association and certification. They want to see the backup. They want to read the case studies. They want to see testimonials. They want to hear how you've helped people in their specific sector. So I'm here to say, with love, don't lose heart. If you don't get those discovery calls booked through your website and you think, well, that means it's not working, it just means it's completing that sales conversation for you in a different way, whether they then come back to you in person or by telephone, or next time they see you at networking, they think, oh yes, I had a look at their website and they really know their stuff. So let your website be the closing part of that conversation, and you too will need to expand your program to take on all of those lovely new inquiries that you have.